A 144Hz AMOLED display that hits nearly 1900 nits, a 108-megapixel camera, customizable RGB lighting on the back, gaming triggers, and wireless charging, all for around 25,000 rupees. Sounds like Infinix is going after the big boys, right? Well, the GT30 Pro is one of the most aggressively spec'd mid-range phones of 2025, but does it actually live up to the hype? It looks like a gaming phone, but feels like more than that. At 189 grams and 8mm thick, it is surprisingly comfortable for a phone that packs this much hardware. The back lights up with customizable RGB strips, which is either the coolest thing ever or the first thing you will turn off. Your call. The frame? Plastic. The back? Plastic. But the front? Gorilla Glass 7i. And it has IP64 resistance, which means it laughs at dust and survives a splash, but does not take it swimming. Oh, and pressure-sensitive shoulder triggers for gaming. Yeah, Infinix really wants you to think of this as a gaming-first device. But does the rest of the hardware support that claim? Hold that thought. The screen is the star of the show. 6.78 inches, AMOLED, 144Hz refresh, 2304Hz PWM dimming, and up to 4500 nits peak brightness in small spots. Read that again, 4500 nits. We measured around 1900 nits in full-screen high brightness mode, which is insane for this price. It is smooth, vibrant, and honestly, side by side with some flagships, it holds its own. This is one of those displays you forget is mid-range. But there is a catch. Does the chip inside actually make full use of this panel? Let us talk about performance. Under the hood, it is all new silicon. This is running the MediaTek Dimensity 8350 Ultimate with 256GB or 8GB RAM, 256GB or 512GB with 12GB RAM. Translation: apps open instantly, gaming feels fluid, and daily use flies. In benchmarks, 1.23 mil on Antutu, 4086 in Geekbench, 2937 in 3DMark Extreme. For context, that is faster than most phones in this segment and dangerously close to older flagships. But here's where it gets tricky. Thermals. Push it hard, Genshin Impact at max settings, 4K video editing, and it warms up. Sustained performance dips a bit, which will matter if you are actually buying this for long gaming sessions. The cameras are interesting. You get a 108MP main shooter and an 8-megapixel ultrawide. The main sensor? Good daylight shots. Solid HDR? Plenty of detail. Night mode? Decent, but not flagship level. The ultrawide? Usable, but softer. And yes, no telephoto. Video goes up to 4K 60 FPS, which is nice, but stabilization is just okay. Selfie? 13-megapixel, 4K video. Perfectly fine for social media, not mind-blowing. In short, if photography is your main priority, this will not beat a Pixel 8a. But for this price, it punches above expectations. Audio gets a boost. Literally. Stereo speakers tuned by JBL, high-res audio wired and wireless. No headphone jack, but you do get Bluetooth 5.4, solid for low-latency gaming and high-res streaming. The battery is a quiet powerhouse, 5200 to 5500 milliamps depending on the variant. That is a day and a half easy, even with heavy use. Charging? 45-watt wired plus 30-watt wireless, which is rare at this price. You even get bypass charging too, so when gaming, power can skip the battery entirely to reduce heat and wear. Oh, and it reverse charges other devices. Basically, it's a power hub. So who is this for? If you are a gamer, a spec hunter, or someone who wants a flagship-feeling display and features without flagship cost, this is made for you. If you are a camera-first buyer, or if you hate slightly warm thermals during long sessions, you might want to look elsewhere. The verdict? The Infinix GT30 Pro is an unapologetic spec monster. It is bright, it is fast, it is loaded with features you don't usually see under $30K. Buy it if you want gaming-friendly hardware, a crazy bright display, and premium features at a mid-range price. Skip it if you need best-in-class cameras or are sensitive to gaming thermals. And honestly, this is Infinix saying we can do more than just budget phones, and I'm here for it. So here's my question. Would you pick this over something like a Poco F6 or an older flagship? Drop a comment. I actually want to know how many of you would trust Infinix with a phone at this price. And honestly, if you thought this was wild, my next review is on a phone that somehow manages to outspec even this without costing more. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.